Hey guys, HDvee here and welcome to a brand new video. Now today we have another rumor to go over for the new Generation 4 remakes coming out this year, Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. As with all of these videos though, it is just a rumor at the end of the day. We do not know if it is true or not, so as always take it with a grain of salt, but it is still really fun to take a look at these, speculate and see what we could be getting for the next Pokemon games. If you're excited for today's video though, make sure to drop a like down below. Let's try and hit 500 likes. It really does help out. Leave a comment, what would you love to see in Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, and subscribe if you're brand new. We keep you up to date with all of the latest Pokemon information. With all of that out of the way though, let's get into the video and I really hope that you enjoy. So, starting things off, this is a post on Reddit. It was posted a day ago and it says information on Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. It's labeled as a spoiler. I still don't have a clue who labels these as leaks, rumors, spoilers, fakes, or anything like that. I don't know, but this person's saying it's a spoiler. Don't know why. It's a rumor. So anyway, it says, let me set the record straight. Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Pokemon Shining Pearl are not one-to-one in the way most people think it is. The regional layout will stay the same, but the content within will be modernized. I'll tell you what I know. So this is a path that I thought they, potentially could take when they're talking about faithful remakes. I think they're maybe just talking about how the towns are going to look, the cities are going to look, all the same characters are there. There's not going to be any new characters. Because obviously in Auras we had characters like Zinnia and stuff that weren't in the original Ruby and Sapphire games. I think by faithful with these, they potentially could just be talking about how it's the same game in terms of how it looks and in like Pokemon and characters and towns and buildings and stuff. And then obviously it also says that there's a modernized touch as well, which could be mega evolutions, fairy types, different shiny hunting methods, anything like that. So we'll have to wait and see how much they're implementing faithfulness into these Generation 4 remakes. Anyway, it says the trailer was nothing more than a way to feel out the fan base and see what Masuda and Ilka, or ILCA, apparently you pronounce it as just Ilka, so that makes it easier, can add to the game to make it more appealing to all who play Pokemon. The game is far from over, which is why not a lot was shown in the trailer. I thought quite a bit was shown, to be fair. We saw well, actually, no, we didn't really. We just saw a few battle scenes. We saw, obviously, the character walking in different places. We saw the underground and stuff. Mega Evolution will return, and the starter Pokemon will get Mega Evolutions. From the second gym leader on, all the ace Pokemon of the gym leaders will receive Mega Evolutions. That's kind of sad on Rourke, but isn't that like pretty early as well? That's very early in the game to have Mega Pokemon, because Mega Evolutions are fully evolved Pokemon. I don't know about you, but I didn't usually have an Infernape or an Empoleon or a Torterra by the time I was taking on the second gym leader. I think that's pretty early. Obviously in X and Y, I think the third gym leader, Karina, I think she had a Mega Lucario, but I don't think she used it in the battle. I think you battled her later with it. But I think second gym is very, very early to have Mega Evolutions. These include Roserade, Floatzel, Bastiodon, Frostlass, Electivire, and Luxray. Staraptor, Weavile, Toxicroak, Magmortar, and Gliscor will be given Megas as well. The only ones I know the stats and abilities are for the starters. Doesn't go into detail about it. It's like, oh yeah, I know this thing. Not going to tell you. Why do they not tell us the stats and the abilities for the starters? What? I don't understand. That makes no sense. Like, why would you tell us this information and then not tell us it? My brain hurts at that logic. But apparently all of these Pokemon are getting Mega Evolutions. So obviously all of these are the aces of the 7 gym leaders after the first one. And then obviously these ones apparently are also getting Mega Evolutions, which all of these Pokemon I could obviously see getting a Mega Evolution, like Gliscor, Staraptor, Weavile, Luxray, obviously, Electivire, Magmortar, Roserade, Floatzel. I could see all of these getting Mega Evolutions if they were to give us Mega Evolutions in Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. But again, we don't even know if we're getting them. There's a lot of evidence to support the fact. We've obviously got the merchant stuff that's coming out with Mega Evolutions, which is exactly what they did with Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, and obviously it turned out we had Mega Evolutions in those games. We'll have to wait and see. It says the Battle Frontier will return, but the Distortion World will only return as DLC. I can't see there being DLC for these games. I know that they did really well with Pokemon Sword and Shield's Isle of Armor and the Crown Tundra. I know that DLC did well, but I cannot see BDSP having DLC because they're not being made by Game Freak. I feel like they're just going to be making these games and then that'll be it. And then they might go back to working on Pokemon Home or just working on to a different project. I do not think they'll do DLC because when would they release it? Because we've got Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl coming out probably in November this year. And then after that, like, I'm going to guess like 5 or 6 months later, we have Pokemon Legends Arceus. And where's the DLC going to come out in that time? You know, it could come out around Christmas, I guess, but is that not long enough? Because that's only a couple months after the game comes out. I just don't know when they would release it, and I don't think they're going to release DLC for BDSP after Legends Arceus comes out, because that's going to be all the rage. So I cannot see DLC happening. I really cannot. I can see DLC happening for Legends Arceus, not for BDSP though. I feel like it's just going to be a standalone kind of thing. All events will be free for Manaphy, Darkrai, Shaman, Arceus. Will not be in the game because of Pokemon Legends Arceus. Okay, so it says these are going to be free, Manaphy, Darkrai, and Shaman, but Arceus will not be in the game because of Pokemon Legends Arceus. I still think they're going to do something similar to Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee and Pokemon Sword and Shield, where you have that save data and then you can do something in Sword and Shield, like obviously get the G-Max Pikachu and Eevee. I think they're going to do something similar to that with Arceus and BDSP. If you have like Arceus data, then you can do an Arceus event in BDSP or something like that. Dialga and Palkia will also get new forms. They will be called Origin forms. They will transform when carrying their respective stone. You see, that's all good. Like I'd like to think that's going to happen, and they're going to get these primal forms or origin forms or whatever you want to call them. But at the same time, because of that faithful remake just on your shoulder, just screaming into your ear, like it's hard to think that this is all going to happen. Even though Ilka is creating this Pokemon game, Masuda is very much in charge of the game's development, which is obviously good. Yeah, I think he is anyway. I don't know if this is to do with a rumor or not. I think he's pretty much got like the say. You know, he's the top dog on the project. He's just seeing over everything that's happening. So yeah, this rumor, I mean, it doesn't really give anything new apart from like it says we're getting Mega Evolutions. But apart from that, I mean, it doesn't really go into depth about anything. What I do like to do with these Reddit posts though is also go over the comments, see what people think about the rumor and stuff. So this person says, sounds cool, but a second, third gym leader having Megas seems pretty early to me. That's exactly what I said. It says, to be fair, Karina was the third gym leader in X and Y, although she doesn't use Mega Lucario during the actual gym battle. She still has a battle with you after the gym though. Well, those Pokemon are fully evolved at this point in the original. I'd imagine it's make the game more of a challenge. I mean, don't get me wrong, I think it could be awesome and we'll be all for it. Maybe I'm not remembering correctly, but I feel like Megas had been introduced a little later into the previous games. I haven't played in a while though. Yeah, now that I think about it, you're right. I would love to see it though. Nope, that will be right around the same time Megas got introduced in Kalos, after the second gym and before the third. However, Gen 6 didn't use them as extensively as speculated here. Yeah, I cannot see a second gym leader having a Mega Evolution. I mean, obviously they do have a Roserade in the original games, but for that to be a Mega Roserade, like, you're just going to get destroyed. Like, I can see Mega Roserade being a really good Pokemon. It's already got a really good special attack stat, and it's got a pretty good special defense stat as well. That's obviously going to go through the roof if it gets a Mega Evolution. Bruh, it's going to like, destroy you, especially if you bloody choose Piplup. No chance. So, yeah, we'll have to see what happens with that. Then this person says, this all sounds like something 80% of this sub could come up with, and it's not crazy or insane to brainstorm. I'm calling this fake as it's just basic info that can be thought by anyone. I think you're just looking for an easy jump in upvotes and clout, so you want with the safest predictions. Yeah, I think that's more or less what I think's going on here as well. I don't really think, like they don't really come up with anything. They don't really come up with any evidence or anything like that. It just seems very much like they've gone with a safe way to try and make people believe them. It says, sounds pretty legit to me. Imagine all the gym leaders with Megas. That would make the games more challenging and fun. I really hope this is true. I think it would be much more challenging and fun, but I don't think I can't see second gym leader being that. Maybe like third or fourth gym onwards. but second is, I think, a little bit too early. If true, rip Rourke. Hope there will be a battleground to rematch gym leaders. If so, Rourke can use a Mega. About time Frostlass got a Mega, though. Seeing as God of War and Gallade got Megas, it only makes sense for Frostlass to have one to match up with Glalie. This reads too much like a wish list to be true, but maybe that's my pessimism taking over. Anyhow, the Distortion World would have to be amplified somehow to make it worth the cost of a DLC. And the actual author here says Ilka and Masuda have been in talks about giving Giratina a new form for the DLC. Since it's just in the talks, I didn't mention it. I'm only sharing the information I know for fact is going to be in the new games. If Palkia and Dialga get new forms, will they be on the game's cover art? Yes. So, yeah, apparently Giratina is potentially getting a new form as well. I don't know, this is the bit that, like, kind of makes me just, like, why would they say the only ones I saw the stats and abilities for are the starters? Why would you not just go in to tell us about that? Because that just gives you a... That's kind of like a shot in the dark, and if that's true, then obviously it makes the rest of it true. So, yeah, I would like to just wonder why... I'd like to ask why they've told us that they know the stats and abilities for the starters, but they haven't told us them. But anyway, that is going to be everything for this video. Quite an interesting rumor to go over. Like I say, nothing crazy. I don't know if it's true. I mean, it is like a wish list. It's very safe. They don't really go out and make any like bold claims or anything like that. So we'll have to just stick this in the maybe pile. But yeah, I want to know what you guys have to think about it. If you did enjoy the video, drop a like down below. Let's hit 550. Like I say, leave a comment. What do you think about today's rumor? And subscribe if you're brand new. I'll keep you up to date with everything to do with the new games and everything Pokemon. That's everything from me, though. Have a fantastic rest of your day. And until next time, peace.